It said bike night. So like, all right, bike night. So I went and parked my bike, and there were a bunch of stuff. So I wandered off. I come
Yeah.
back to my bike. My GoPro quit on me, like overheated something bad. So I went to go throw it back in the saddlebag. I come back. There's a trophy sitting on my bike. It won Mayor's Choice Best of Bike Night.
Oh, that is so cool.
I'm like, I didn't know it was a competition. So I came down here for Forks of Buffalo Barbecue Fest. And there was barbecue and it was a fest. And also because it was wrestling and I support independent wrestling. So it was also bike night, which started at 4. So I parked my bike with all the others, went to see the wrestling, went to record it, and come back, and there's a trophy on my bike. Mayor's Choice, which, wow, there are a couple trophies. I didn't realize that I actually had won something. So it was a really good night. And I didn't have time to get pictures of everybody else that was here. There's a couple other bikes that are here now. There's a V-Rod. Can't go wrong with a V-Rod. So, it was a really good day. I'm going to get some barbecue to go. I'm going to pack up my trophy. I'm going to have an excellent ride home. So, yeah. Remember to get out there, have some fun when it's sunny. You don't have to be riding the whole time to have fun either. And it's always good to support the local community. They had a whole bunch of backyard barbecue people competing here. And they won a championship belt. So, that's a good thing. So, anything good. Damn it, Zach! Fucking kid, what'd I teach you? I don't want to throw anyone off, but I had to shave for work, so yeah, I look like this now. Surprise! And I want to thank you for coming and doing this for me.
No, thank you for inviting me, man. It means a lot. It really does.
I'm going to ask, so how long have you been riding?
Ooh, I've been riding since 2012, I want to say. Yeah, 2012. I got a 650 V-Star. That was my first bike. Didn't know how to ride prior to that. So when I bought it, they had it delivered to my house. And I basically learned how to ride right there in my front yard in an empty Home Depot parking lot.
Nice. So only 10 years, but apparently you've had an exciting 10 years.
It's been pretty fun, that's for sure.
Because you are one of the Indian ambassadors. Tell us about that.
Oh, dude, that is such a cool opportunity, first of all. I'm super thankful that I was even selected to be one. I don't know how it happened, but it happened, and I'm happy that it did, and it's opened up, some awesome doors, and I've met some amazing people and had some awesome opportunities, in such a short amount of time. The first time I got to work with Indian was, I think, in 2021. Because I applied to be an ambassador in 2021, or was it 2020? I think it was at the end of 2020, going on to 21. I didn't make the cut, but I did at least get somebody reached out to say, hey, we're doing a photo shoot and it's for owners, and we thought like you'd be a pretty neat person to have. And I was like, okay, cool. And that's kind of how it, the relationship between us started.
Yeah, like I said, follow your Instagram, and it really looks like you're having fun out there, and you're really promoting the brand well, really connecting with a lot of people, and it really shows.
Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I think the coolest thing about, I guess, the ambassadorship is that I feel like it's really like genuine. Like even if I wasn't an ambassador, I'd still be doing what I'm doing, you know. It's just that now it's cool that like, you know, I can stamp and say like, you know, Indian motorcycle certified. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's great. And speaking of which, like I see you like you go to those events and you get to meet all the other ambassadors. Are there any other ambassadors or other creators? Like mostly it's Instagram. I could be wrong, but like it seems like a lot of people have really gathered on Instagram
Yeah.
for a lot of this. And like, who do you like? Who do you follow?
Some of my inspirations, Ricky, who's also in Texas. I've recently this year I got to meet Mary, who was in Lubbock, but I think recently she's moved down to Austin as well. Those two ambassadors I got to meet this year. I actually don't think I've met any of the other ones yet, now that I think about it. Just like in passing, like last year I was in Tennessee working an event there for Indian and Jack Daniels. It was for the annual ride that they do in Tennessee. And I got to meet them in passing. It's like, hi, my name is Elvis. Nice to meet you. I follow you on Instagram, you know. It was kind of like that. And everybody just seemed, you know, super sweet. Who was it? Estrella, Star Bobber.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, she was. And again, it was just a handshake. I don't even think she noticed like who I was. Who else was there? Ricky was there. That's when I first met Ricky. Let's see. I've talked to a few of the other ones. One that I've talked to a lot, his name is Chris. So he is on Instagram and he also does photography, but he also does YouTube. And so I think he does like, is it like game streaming or video game streaming? I don't know much about like video game world, but I think that's what he's into. And that's sort of like where he's like big in that community. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I did meet Anna, or I know her by Banana because I don't know her actual name, and I have met her. I feel bad if she sees this. I do apologize. But yeah, I've met her, and she's freaking awesome. She was in Austin for the Hand Built Moto Show. I don't know if you're familiar with that event, but it's where a bunch of like builders get together and they get to display their bikes that they've worked so hard on. And oh my God, so many amazing bikes, man. And I met some of the builders, and just hearing, you know, how many hours they put into each piece of machinery. It's just insane, man. Like that's so cool. I wish I could wrench on my bike like that, but I'm too big of a wuss. I can do like small things here and there, you know?
Yeah. So what's next for you? What's your next event you're going to?
The next event, let's see, we're in May. I know for sure Sturgis, I'll be up there. And from now till then, let's see, June, July, who knows? I need to look at the calendar and see what's going on in Texas. But yeah, for sure, Sturgis, I'm going to that, but that's not till August. Did I just go away, by the way?
No,
or
you're
am I
still
I'm still there? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just got a phone call, and my phone is like connected to my computer, so it like hops over, so I have no idea what it just did.
Just random thought bubbles up there.
I know. But as of right now, it's just Sturgis is the only thing that's like, you know, ironed into the calendar right now.
Is that for you, or is that for India?
Oh, so it will be for Indian, but I've never been, you know, so that will be, where are you located, by the way? Do you think you can make that, or what's going on? You think you're right up there?
Not thinking about it. I'm in West Virginia right now. I'm a Pittsburgh native. So
Okay.
I'm like real East Coast, but I have gone to East Coast Sturgis is what they call it, which is a tiny little mountaintop town in Maryland.
Uh-huh.
But it has nothing on the actual Sturgis.
Yeah.
I've thought about it. I'm probably not going to get out there this year. I think that's something I have to plan more for. I think I want to try and stay a little local. And do stuff around here. Otherwise, my only ride is Gettysburg.
Gettysburg. So is Gettysburg? Is that an event also, or what is that?
Yes, that's an event that is July 7th.
Oh, that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
So you'll be at that one then.
Yes.
Oh, sweet. How big does that one get compared to Sturgis?
So that one, I have no basis to set for Sturgis, but Gettysburg has a whole sports complex where they have their whole rally, and then the whole town involved. It is a small historical town, but you get the battlefield rides. You're only about 10 miles or so outside of Maryland, so there's a lot going on for that. They really organize it well. They have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so 3 nights of concerts, events, mini bike racing, biker games, stuff like that. It's really nice country to ride through. I really like riding up there. Route 30, which runs most of the country, but once it hits Pennsylvania, once you get through Pittsburgh and halfway through the state, and then it just clears out the mountains. It's wonderful.
Oh, beautiful, man. Hell yeah. I'll say, man, how are the roads over where you're at? Do you have a fair bit amount of twisty roads, or is it a lot of flat roads? What do you have?
So when you're coming in from Ohio, it's flat. There's almost nothing. When you get to Pennsylvania, the roads are pretty good. Once you get up into the mountains, they get twisty.
Okay.
Even 30 gets kind of twisty.
Yeah.
Where I'm at in West Virginia, they're really twisty.
Hold on. I'm pretty stupid when it comes to geography. So I'm gonna put it on the maps right now because I wanna see what I'm looking at. Oh, hold on, give me 1 second.
Not a problem.
Okay, what do we got? So you said you're in West Virginia, right?
Yes.
West Virginia. Oh, okay. So that's heading towards the northeast-ish, kind of, right?
Yeah.
You're not exactly on the coast. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking right now at all the roads and stuff, and I can see a lot of twists and turns.
That's just the ones that show up from there.
From the satellite. Yeah, once you go in deeper, you can definitely see. It looks like a lot of fun. So if you were to take a map and go to Houston, you'd see how much we don't have, man. We've got a lot of flat, just boring, straight lines. It's not until you head out west towards hill country that you start to see a lot of, the beautiful roads where it's nice and twisty and it's actually fun to ride. We've got Galveston on the coast.
More, huh?
We'll say that again.
You get to use your cruise control more.
The Scout doesn't have cruise control.
Really?
No, it doesn't. But I think there is an accessory that you can buy where you rest your palm on it or something, and it's the closest thing you can get to cruise control. But yeah, it doesn't come with cruise control.
Huh.
Yeah.
What year do you have?
16.
16. Maybe the newer ones do. I don't know, but
I'd have to look into that. From what I know, my knowledge, they don't have it. Not even the newer. The newer ones, they do have. Or they have ABS. They started putting, because my year 2016, they do not have. None of the bikes had ABS at that point. I don't think. It didn't come until after. They have a USB port, so you can charge your phone or your doohickeys. And then they added a new accessory where now you can get a tack for your Scout. Because right now there's a digital tack, but that doesn't, analog in my opinion. I've always liked analog. One of the things I like about my Scout you know, versus like a Scout Bobber is all the fenders, is all the chrome, right? Because I do like that old school classic, right? And so I'd much rather have, you know, an analog, you know, tag over the digital one. And I think you can retrofit them. What? Say that again?
Those classic looks. I mean, they
Dude,
get everyone.
It's hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat.
So for another motorcycle, what else would you probably get?
Ooh, okay. That's a good question. Can I say a few?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So for sure, I do want an Indian Challenger, right? Oh my God, I rode that bike for a couple of days in Austin, and I just fell in love with it, man. Like the power of that engine and the conveniences of like, the heated and cooled seats that you can get, and then just being able to you know, have the speakers on blast instead of, you know, having to deal with, you know, the little Bluetooth, you know, inside your helmet. Besides a Challenger, what else would I get? I would like to get something dumb, like a Honda Monkey, like a little 125cc.
I love
yes,
Honda
exactly. I have seen the Honda Navis, and those are pretty tempting because those are like $2,000-3,000, you know, and you could just buy that, you know, like outright.
I seen a guy, like, I don't know if it was in Italy or somewhere, he had a Honda Monkey. He had it loaded up, traveling.
Ride That Monkey. That's his name on Instagram. I know.
Oh, so you know, you've seen it.
He's the guy that's like traveling all over the world on his monkey. Yes.
That's
I freaking love that. Yeah, dude. His name is Ride That Monkey on Instagram. Let's see. So Honda Monkey, the Challenger. I also want to get something from who is it? Is it Yamaha? They make the, what's it called? XSR 900. It's almost like the how they describe it is they describe it as a neo retro cafe racer. That's how they describe it. So it's kind of like old school looks with like new school technology, kind of like fused together. At least that's how I kind of understand, you know, the marketing behind it. But yeah, the XSR 900 is another bike that I wouldn't mind having, and that comes from Yamaha. My first bike was a Yamaha, so it's got a little soft spot. You know, I love Yamaha, and they're super reliable bikes. I'm saying, like, you could just do anything. You could put, you know, friggin' ocean water in the oil pan and it'll still run. Like, I'm not saying do that. If you were to do that, I'm pretty sure it would still run.
Wow, that's awesome. I love all of that.
What about you, man? You have a Chief, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, which one do you have? The Springfield?
No, I have the vintage.
Vintage, okay. What year is that one? Because that paint, yes, yeah, that paint scheme of yours, it's that green one, right?
Yeah.
That green and it's like the off-white.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really pretty bike, man.
And you know what? That's what I got. Did you see I got that trophy over the weekend?
The who?
I went to a barbecue competition on Saturday, and it said bike night. So like, all right, bike night. So I went and parked my bike, and there were a bunch of stuff. So I wandered off. I come back to my bike. My GoPro quit on me, like overheated something bad. So I went to go throw it back in the saddlebag. I come back, there's a trophy sitting on my bike. It won Mayor's Choice Best of Bike Night.
Oh, that is so cool.
I'm like, I didn't know it was a competition. Said, is this your bike? I'm like, yeah.
Where's the trophy? Do you have it on you?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so I come back to my bike. There's a trophy sitting on. This lady comes up to me. She's like, hi, I'm the mayor of Mannington. And I saw your bike pulling. I'm like, absolutely. You get this.
Oh my God.
The Forks of Buffalo Barbecue Throwdown 2022 Mayor's Choice. I'm like, wow.
Dude, congratulations.
Hey, I'm like, I didn't know it was a bike show at all. I'm like, wow.
You've got white wall tires on your bike?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah.
Which for the back wheel doesn't make any sense, and it's the hardest thing to clean, but
Yeah.
have to be consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. What do you use to get the dirt off? Do you use, because I use SOS pads, the blue ones.
The Magic Eraser.
Oh, really? That works too.
It-
Okay, sweet.
I find it
And
works
are
really
yours?
well.
What brand are yours? Are you got Metzeler on yours or?
The cannot remember right now.
The rubber.
I don't
kind.
think they're the
The ones that have rubber and you can use them on the road.
pretty much. They were a good one. Like it wasn't some off-brand. I just don't remember because I had to get a brand new back tire last year.
I'm trying to think who, because not a lot of manufacturers make white wall tires. Metzeler is one of them. Does Michelin make any?
I want to say Michelin, Shinko, Dunlap. I think that might be it.
Yeah, because it's not that. When I bought mine, I was thinking everybody made them, and I was surprised to find out it was just like 3 or 4, But I mean, the 3 or 4 that exist are good, so that's good. And also, I did not know that the white around the white wall, I thought it was paint. So it's not. It's the actual tire itself.
I didn't know it wasn't paint either.
Yeah, it's not paint. So you can, if you were, I guess, whenever you dispose of the tire, you can cut right through it, and you'll see that the entire composite of the tire is white. Yeah. I found that out recently, watching just like a. Sometimes I'll let YouTube just play videos for background noise, and one of Metzler's videos came on, and they were explaining it's not just paint; it's the actual composite of the tire that is completely white.
Huh.
Yeah, fun fact.
That's like
I'm not sure if it's true for all white wall tires, but I know it's true for mine at the least.
Like I never knew like where that originally started from, but I guess probably it was easier to make white tires or black tires. I'm not sure, or how that ended up starting, but it seems to have this connotation with like a vintage vehicle. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I've got them on mine. It's because, it was missing that little, what's that little piece that's missing, and then you put the white walls on it, and that was it. It completed the look.
And it seems to work really well on Indians versus a lot of other bikes. I mean, I also have a Honda Shadow, and I've seen guys put white walls on Honda Shadows, but for some reason, like it's give or take. But on Indians, they always look better with the white walls.
I'll say this. So maybe this is why. The styling, I feel like, is damn near perfect. No, I take it back. It is perfect. And on the other manufacturers, like the Honda Shadow, before I got my 650 V-Star, I thought about getting a Honda Shadow. But the problem was that they were so difficult to come by. And I basically just settled when I got my bike. I was just settling because I could not get my hands on a Honda Shadow at the time. And I wanted a specific model. I wanted the Honda Shadow, what was the name of the one that I wanted? There was like how like they make trims and all that?
Yeah, there was the Sabre, the Ace, the Spirit, and the Arrow.
The Arrow. So whichever was the one that was like supposed to be like matte black, the least. The Phantom, Honda Shadow Phantom. That's the one. I could not find that damn thing anywhere, dude. And so I just settled for mine. But there was always something off about the bike. Like there's something about the styling was just not quite there, And even back then, I was like early in my photography, right? I was just, photographing with my smartphone. but I would have to try and find the angles whenever I took pictures, right? Like it didn't look good no matter how you looked at it, right? There were certain times where if you take a picture really low right here, it looks good. If you just take a picture of it, it looks bad, you know? And so it all depends on how you look at it. Whereas like the Scout, like the cheap, like the Springfield, like yours, a vintage, no matter which angle you're looking at it from, the bike just all around looks good, you know? And I think that's why the white walls look best on it, because it's not like the other ones where it's just off a little bit. It's not like that. No, it's perfect, you know?
Oh yeah, I absolutely get it.
Yeah, it's, and I don't know how else to explain it.
And the photography, that's one thing. Like your Instagram shows off a lot of your photography, a lot of interesting shots, a lot of funny shots, like some real perspective in there with the motorcycle and everything else.
Yeah, man, that's my, here's one of my cameras right here. So this one I've got an A7 III. I've got a remote on it right now because I was using it with a strobe here earlier. But I have attached to it a 70-180 2.8 lens, which is not my favorite lens, but it's a good lens. It's a good, I'll say this, it is a very good, how would I say it? It's a very good, I guess like an enthusiast lens, or maybe like a really good hobbyist lens, but it definitely is not my favorite lens in terms of like professional work. I'll say that.
And how long have you been doing that?
Since 20. So I started freelancing in 2020, and then in 2020, early in 2021, I think around March, I went ahead and just got incorporated with the state, you know, saying, hey, I'm going to make this an actual company now, no longer, you know, a freelancer. And I've been doing that since March of 2021. So It's been a year and some change now.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it's been cool. It's been really cool.
Make that work.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Really interesting stuff, you know, and wow, you are an exciting and interesting dude. And I hope yes, and I hope this sends more people your way, because like I love seeing your posts. I love seeing your photography work. I love seeing your rides. Your Insta 360 makes like your rides very interesting also.
Oh, dude, thank you.
I need to get one of those soon. Like I said, my GoPro just shut off over the weekend, so I'm in the market for one. I was looking at that. So like, yeah, but like, yeah.
Dude, I'd say, first of all, thank you, man. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. But back to the Insta 360 thing, I'd say drop the GoPro and go with the Insta 360. Yeah, it will really like help level up like your game and your content creation. And I think it'll help like, you know, unlock some potential there too, in terms of what you can do with a camera, man. Because you pop that thing on your bike and it almost creates itself, like, you know. And I'd love to like watch like a time lapse of you like going through some twisty roads, or, you know, something that cool that happens on the road, you know, like whatever it is that happens on the road, man. Record it, post it. I want to see it.
Hey, that's where the best stuff happens, you know?
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know, the destination is fun, but the journey, well, that's half why we're on motorcycles. The journey is so much better, in my opinion. Like just getting there on the motorcycle, you have, it's not that it's just freeing, just being out there in it, but like just everything out there in it, just like you experience it more.
Right. I mean, how many times have we ever, you know, gotten on the bike just for the destination to be home, right? Like you get on the bike, and what I mean by that is you get on the bike and you ride just to ride, knowing damn well I don't have any errands to run. I don't have anywhere to be. I don't have anywhere to go. All I know is that I want to be on this road right now, you know, taking these curves, twisting this throttle, and there is, you know, cold water and a nice meal at home, you know, and I could have been there, but instead I want to be here, you know.
Absolutely.
It's, dude, there's nothing like riding, man. There's nothing like riding. The feeling it gives you. I mean, when I'm stressed out, you know, I reach for my handlebars, you know, that's what I do.
Awesome. Yes. Elvis, thank you so much for joining me here today. I really appreciate it so much.
Dude, yeah.
I wish you well and safe travels, and I will see you on the next ride.
I hope I actually see you on a ride, man.
Absolutely, man.
Take care.
Take care.